Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Thursday, December 30th. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy Fresh, Billy Briz, and we got a special guest in the house. If you watch Betting with the Bag with Jimmy the Bag, you've seen him, you know him. He's been on there a bunch talking NBA. It's Durrell. We're happy to have him for the first time on the NBA Pub Hub, and we've sought him out to fill in for one of us on the panel before. Just timing hasn't been right. It hasn't worked. Today it worked, and we're happy to have Durrell with us. Durrell, welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, your debut.
I am highly thankful and grateful for this opportunity. So it is a pleasure to sit and talk ball with y'all. Billy, Dutch, you know how we do, man. Ian, I really appreciate it. So thanks.
Awesome. Love to have you. Your analysis and insight with Jimmy's superb. So looking forward to that here on the NBA Pub Hub.
Cheers.
Sorry, guys.
Cheers.
You're not getting a chance to introduce you guys, Billy and Dutch. Sorry.
I'm about to say, what did I do to Dutch that fast? Motherfucker just walked off on me. I'm like, God damn. Sorry, man. Shit.
You know, Billy, you know, Dutch, you know me. You don't have to introduce the three of us schmucks. This is Durrell here. That's the king of the day, the special guest of honor.
With lights, bro.
Yeah.
My fault.
Dutch was like, fuck.
Pleasure to have you, though.
Yeah, you got to make sure the fire alarm don't go off.
Yeah. All right, awesome stuff. We got 4 games now. It's a light card as it usually is on Thursday, but we got some interesting matchups. Let's start with Philadelphia taking on Brooklyn. We got Brooklyn open 3.5-point home favorites. They're now up to 5.5 in this game, 221.5 the total in this one. The Brooklyn Nets, man, they've found some offense lately, haven't they? I mean, it's been pretty impressive to watch what they've been able to do. Back-to-back wins against the LA teams, the Lakers and Clippers, wins and covers in those two, 122, 144. They're just absolutely on fire. And James Harden, who, look, I've criticized him in the past. Like, why do we have to wait? It's usually a 2 great games a month ratio out of this guy. Can he play like that every single night? You want that out of James Harden, what we've seen from him the last 2 nights, where he's dominant. He's facilitating. He's looking for his shot. He's just owning it at the offensive end of the floor. And he's done that for Brooklyn the last 2 games. Big numbers for Harden. You talk about Patty Mills, who's another guy that stepped up for the Brooklyn Nets in recent games. Even Nicholas Claxton, too. Give him credit. He had a nice game the other night as well for the Brooklyn Nets. But, you know, even with Durant out, they've obviously had Irving and Harris out for a while. They've definitely had a lot of guys step up. And, of course, tonight, Kevin Durant is going to play. He has cleared protocol, will be available for Steve Nash and the Nets tonight in this game. Part of the reason why we're taking some money. Philadelphia, on the other hand, it's for them. They've won back-to-back against Washington and absolutely depleted a Toronto Raptors team the other night. We'll see if they can carry that over here. But, boy, you're going from a Washington team that's just totally flatlining right now, and a Toronto team that basically had a G League team out on the court, to this Brooklyn team now tonight. That's a big step up in class for the Sixers tonight. I kind of agree with the move from a situational spot. Like, they're out on the West Coast and now they're back home in Brooklyn. It's like a travel wise, it's not the best spot for Brooklyn, but I like the way they're playing. I don't really trust Philly at the moment against some better competition. They've struggled a little bit. I lean a little to Brooklyn -5.5. I agree with the over getting money as well. I mean, the Nets playing with pace again, got the offense going, and even the Sixers, you know, the over's 5-1 in Brooklyn's last 6 games. They're averaging 123 points in those games. The Sixers, they've put up, 115 plus on average the last couple. I think you see points both ways, and I agree with the total going up as well, 217 to 222 in this one. So it'll be the favorite in the over for me in this game. Dutch, what do you like here? Sixers Nets.
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I just hit this playing a Mai Tai Skittles cake. It's going to get you right where you need to be.
What?
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm telling you, it's the flavor, bro. The flavor playing. Shout out
You're
to my
gonna make
guy,
me come pull up
Butcher,
on
Dan Kelly, everybody in the chat. You already know. Hit the like button, share the video. Muchly appreciated. But yeah, man, we got a nice little 4-piece here. And I do want to touch on yesterday because it was a beautiful motherfucking thing. I hope y'all did hit on that Russ triple-double. Not 1, not 2, but 3 motherfucking times in a row we hit that bitch. Plus 500 last night. Beautiful thing. Sorry for my guy. Ski, and of course Wham Bam, and also Daryl, my guy on the Lakers. I don't believe they won the game, but we got paid off of it. So little jab.
Those back-to-back old downtrodden
I
legs.
couldn't believe it though, and of course my boy
quarter.
John Moran, freshest look of the day, dropped another 40-piece on him. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back, but I'm good. I'm done. All right. So let's look at this game. When I look at this game, it's a tough game to be honest with you, but when I look at it, I think you have to take if you want to bet the game from a side perspective, I believe you do have to look Philly with the points. I mean, whoever's been in the lineup, Brooklyn has not been good at the house. I mean, they are 0-7 ATS last 7 at the house as a favorite, 1-7 ATS last 8 overall at the house. So, I mean, that's a trend that I don't give a fuck who's in the lineup. They just don't play well at the house. So, obviously KD coming back. They got the horses back, still waiting on Kyrie to flow back in. Aldridge is back. So, I think there'll be a lot of money coming in here on Brooklyn. And I think the play will be the Sixers, but I ain't gonna lie to you, it's hard to bet them motherfuckers, it really is. So to tell you that I will be placing a bet on the Sixers, I'd be lying to you. Depending on how high and how medicated I get throughout the day, I might load up a little bit on these Sixers, but at this time I just can't do it, to be honest with you. But I do believe they are the look. But I got 2 props for you. From a Sixers perspective, I love Steph Curry here. I think he'll bounce back here. Had a couple rough outings, but I like over 15.5 points plus 100. Now he's averaged 22 points in both meetings this year. Now on the season, he's averaging right at this number 16, shooting 51% from the field and 41% from 3. One thing I know about Brooklyn is that I do not trust the guards to play on a defense perspective. So I expect Seth Curry to knock down some Jays, get in the flow, and get us 20 plus points tonight. Also, take a look at his over 2.5 threes. Plus 145.
Yeah, baby.
He's had 7 threes in the 2 meetings versus them total this year, and he's went over this number 3 of the last 4. So the little Curry should eat tonight. Also going to look at KD. I'm not mad at the points at 26. He's the best fucking scorer in the game. He probably will get 30. Coming off of COVID, I don't know. But what I do know is this motherfucker is going to be out there for a lot of minutes, and he will rebound. KD over 7.5 rebounds, plus 105. The last 2 meetings versus these cats, he's averaging 13 rebounds a game, double-digit rebounds in both games. Went over this number the last 2. He was on the court before he went out with COVID. I know we got some cats back in the lineup, but KD will probably get 10 rebounds tonight. Definitely get us 8. So I like over 7.5 rebounds. Seth Curry from the 3 and points in this game.
Yeah, I think even though I like lean Brooklyn, I don't know if I'll bet Brooklyn because it's moved. I like the over. I will still bet it at the current number. I like Embiid though for the Sixers because that low post is going to be, I think, his playground tonight.
Yeah,
in this game against the Nets. You look at it. Who are you going to get there? Nicholas Claxton. You've got Blake Griffin's not going to defend Joel Embiid at all down there. So to me, this is an opportunity for him to feast. I've been on Patty Mills over points. I lean that way, but now with Durant back, with usage and shot volume, you're concerned a little bit about it for Mills now with Durant back on the floor. So I maybe pump the brakes with that, even though the Patty Mills over points has been good to me. But I think Joel Embiid over 26.5 points is probably a good prop for the Sixers tonight. Billy
better on the road too, I believe too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, this one was pretty interesting. I thought the Nets, bad home team, man, 1-7 in their last 8 home games, 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games overall. So the public is automatically just going to gravitate towards the Nets. But the Sixers haven't been too bad. They've been 2-5 in their last 7 road games, and that's been the real big problem. We've been playing inconsistent basketball up and down. To be honest with you, the over is where I really had my eye circled in this one. The over has been 5-1 in the last 6 home games for the Nets and 1-1 in the last 7 road games for the Sixers. But if you think the game is going to go over, the safest path is to take the direction in the player prop. Like Babano said, man, Joel Embiid over 38.5 points and rebounds, -110. That is my first prop on the board today. Joel Embiid has been smashing his point prop over of recent. He's averaging 33.6 points in his last 5 games, averaging 28.6 points per game playing against the Brooklyn Nets. That's got to be an auto bet. And then the second auto bet on this card is Steph Curry over 3.5 assists at -110. Hit this 6 out of 6 straight games. That's an auto bet on this card, especially the size of this card. And then Steph Curry over 2.5 3-pointers at +145 at BetMGM. That will also make the betting card for this one. one. 3 props to get you paid. Don't try to lay it with the Sixers. Just go to the prop market, man. The prop market right now has been lovely. This is the best time of the year to bet on props. We got a full enough sample size. The injury reports are coming out in a good enough time. Stop betting sides, start betting props.
Yeah, that's good advice. And you're right. They're both trending over, like the over 5-3-1 to the over the last 9 meetings between the Sixers and the Nets as well. And you're right. The Embiid props make a ton of sense. Like Nicholas Claxton, Old Man Winter, whether it's Aldridge or whether it's Griffin, they're not containing Joel Embiid. It's simple as that. I think he has a big offensive night. All right. Our special guest, it's Durrell. The floor is yours. What do you like, Philly and Brooklyn?
I was really trying, man. I was really trying here. Just looking at a whole bunch of numbers for this game. If you look at the board and what the board is telling you is crazy. I try to look at first quarter plays, right? So the Nets do pretty good in the first quarter over Philly, but they're kind of neck and neck first half as far as the numbers or the points they score. What I do like and what I think I will jump on is Brooklyn first half. I think I will get there. I'll take Brooklyn first half -2.5 because I think Durant is going to do enough to keep them at least comfortable. Now, Harden's been playing his ass off, right? So he's going to continue to do that. He's got the support of Nick Claxton. You heard some news about Nick saying, hey, as long as he keeps off this diet and keep his body in order, he's unstoppable. So I think that a good bet would be Brooklyn first half -2.5. I looked at trying to even get there with their points. Their first quarter points, 29.5, too much for me. Can't go there, right? Looked at their first half points, 58.5 when they averaged 57. So that's too much for me. But I do believe since they're taking 57 points on average, they're first in the league in first half scoring, and Philly's right in the middle at about 53 points. I said, okay, I'll be comfortable enough to at least play that. Now, maybe it's squared that I'm kind of forcing a play, but I do believe Brooklyn can get out here and get that shit done. So I do like the -2.5.
Nice first quarter look there for Durrell there with Brooklyn.
First half.
First half. That's first half. Yeah.
Okay, first
Brooklyn,
half. Yep.
First half -2.5. It should be, I believe.
There we go. -2.5. Yeah. Make sure you shop around. -2.5, -3 is what is out there right now with the first half. So shop around, see if you can get the best number with that. So there you go. Nets first half for Durrell with Nets and Sixers. All right. Cleveland taking on Washington next up. We've got the Wizards 2.5, 3-point home favorites here, 210 the total. And boy, you saw the air come completely out of that Cleveland team the other night with the injury to Ricky Rubio. That's when the collapse started against the New Orleans Pelicans the other night. Now, you still should be able to rise above it against a team like that and hold on to the win, but that did not happen. They ended up losing 108-104 to the Pelicans the other night. So you worry, is this a little bit of a fragile basketball team now? They've finally, come back down to earth a little bit. Cleveland, 2 losses in their last 3 games to Boston and the Pelicans. In between, they crushed that G League Raptor team. But, there definitely concerns now. What's the backcourt going to look like for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight and moving forward? Well, based on projections, JB Bickerstaff may be going to war tonight in this game with a Kevin Pangos, Isaac Okoro backcourt.
I got him in the lineup, Babano. I got him in the lineup.
That's what you could be looking at. So that's pretty sketch, from a backcourt standpoint here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That being said, yeah, they are ticked off with blowing the game. It's not like Washington is playing good basketball right now. They're a mess. The Wizards have just not been right for a long period of time right now. That hot start that they had is way in the rear view mirror. They're 3-7 straight up in their last 10 games. They beat the Knicks. They did beat Utah. Very impressive win there. But the Knicks, the struggling Pistons, were the only other wins. They're back-to-back losses to Miami and Philly. There's a lot of issues right now with Washington at the moment. I'm going to take Cleveland in spite of my concerns here, +3 in this game. It's just been a team that I've been riding a bunch. Am I worried about the status of that backcourt? Of course. Garland being out is big. They've already lost Sexton this year. And now Ricky Rubio out. And you've got to scramble for answers, facilitating the offense. You worry about turnovers. You worry about empty possessions when you're unsettled in the backcourt at the guard position. There's no doubt that's a concern in the back of my mind. But we're also talking about a Washington team that I've got no faith in as favorites right now. So I'm going to take Cleveland here with some reluctance, with some caution, but I'm going to go ahead with the Cavs here at +3 in this one. What do you think here, Dutch? Cleveland, Washington?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Anderson at Don, Jared TG. I see you, my dude. Mark Nick, Chris Brady, everybody in the chat, man. Hit the motherfucking like button. Yeah, shit. I don't know, man. I can force some shit here, Ian. This is why I really love you, though, man, because you gave them all they really need on this motherfucking game. It's a clear backwood for me. Too many question marks from both sides. So please backwood this bitch. Thank you, Big Show. Shout out to the Big Show.
Nothing wrong with that. And there's big time questions with Washington. That's why I'm on Cleveland here. I mean, you look at it. Who's going to suit up? Aaron Holiday's out. Raul Neto's out. Hachimura's out. Spencer Dinwiddie's out. Bryant's still out. Caldwell Pope is out. Davis Bertans is out. Bradley Beal.
You know who is there, though? Gonzaga native. Corey Kispert season, baby. He's been hooping.
He's been good. Yeah,
Billy getting some for this, you know.
All right, Billy, I put it on a tee. He's got 20 and 14, 2 of the last 3 games against the Knicks and the Heat. I assume Corey Kispert on the menu.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you, but I'm on to the Corey Kispert, Kevin Pangos bandwagon.
Absolutely. Yep. Go ahead, Billy. What do you like?
This game is a pretty interesting game here. I wanted to bet. Everything in my heart wanted to bet the Wizards so bad, but the Cavs without Ricky Rubio, Garland, and Allen, I'm kind of off of it. To be honest with you, I'm waiting on Kevin Pangos props, man. He spent the last 6 years playing overseas in Spain, Lithuania, and Russia, and he made the All-Euro first team in 2021 last year, and he only played one game for the G League showcase game, and he dropped 22.7 assists and 4 rebounds, and that was the contract that got him signed back into the NBA here. I think Kevin Pangos, man, former Gonzaga Bulldog, man, he's got a lot riding on this one. 28 years old. A lot of people thought he was going to go to the NBA fresh out of college, but it just didn't happen for him. Maybe this is his chance. This is probably the biggest opportunity of his lifetime, and he's going to play 30-plus minutes today. And I think he's going to get the job done. While I don't think that Cleveland's going to look good for the full season, man, Cleveland could look good tonight, man. You got, on the other hand, we got Spencer Dinwiddie in COVID protocols. Bradley Beal's still questionable. If Bradley Beal was able to go, I would definitely full go with the Wizards. But with him on the questionable COVID protocol, Spencer Dinwiddie's out for this one. You're rocking out here Corey Kispert, Aaron Holiday. I'm out here looking for KCP to be in the lineup. Man, fuck that. That's a fade. But yeah. I will say, though, prop market wise, I do like me some Evan Mobley over 26.5 points and rebounds without Rubio and the rest of the team damn near being on COVID IR. Mobley has led the team in usage with 32.7% usage rating, averaging over 1 point fantasy points per minute with no Jared Allen out there. He's one of my favorite plays of the slate, one of my favorite prop bets of the slate.
Yeah, definitely. That one makes sense. By the way, with Beal and with Caldwell Pope, KCP and Beal in particular, they might still play tonight. It's one of those deals where the NBA has shortened the isolation period for players in protocol just in the last couple of days. So you don't have to spend as many days in protocol before you're cleared. So with that in mind, if they pass one more negative test before tip-off tonight, you could see Beal. You could see KCP on the floor tonight for Washington. So there's still a possibility for those two guys.
Even more reason to backwood this motherfucker.
Yeah, I still like Cleveland even if they do play. But I'm just saying that the chance is there they might suit up. All right, Durrell, anything for you here, Wizards and Cavs?
Yeah, only because I already took it, man, earlier in the day. I'm with you on this. I do like Cleveland first quarter. We know they're first in the league, right? They just kick ass in the first quarter. I do like the fact that Mobley's playing, and I'm really, if nothing else, man, trusting the process of JB Bickerstaff. Bottom line, I think he coaches a really good game. You give him a little time to game plan. You probably have something special. I've seen them get work done without Mobley in the game. You still have Lauri Markkanen over there who's going to probably get you a dub. You still have Mobley who's going to get you a dub. You've got some set pieces. You did lose Rubio, which is huge. I mean, the man put up about 30 points, right? Jared Allen is the big man of all big men, especially in Cleveland and how he's playing right now. But I think Cleveland is well coached enough to at least get out there and get it done. So I did tap in and touch Cleveland first quarter and even went Cleveland first half money line. And so you see the money has actually moved on the Cleveland side. I got it at 110 and 120, and it's starting to actually go down. So I wonder if that's also telling that maybe KCP and Bill may not play. I don't know. Man, it's just weird how that's going down.
I don't think they play. I really don't.
Yeah.
Before New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's for what? The thing is this. You look at that trend with Cleveland, man. I mean, you're going to win more money than you lose in the long run, right? And you've seen Cleveland win first quarter and first half spreads, even when they're decimated to a certain degree. Now, also, what I liked about the first quarter spread is Cleveland is better away in first quarter spreads than they are at home. So I said, let me see, you got a decimated Washington team. Let me see if we can at least get the first quarter done. If you get the first quarter done, then you can at least get the first half done. You are missing players, but once again, like I said, I'm trusting the process of JB himself.
Who's done one of the better coaching jobs in the NBA the first 3 months of the season. There's no denying that. Nobody thought Cleveland's a top 4 team in the East at any point this year. But that's exactly what now. Can they sustain that for a full season? It's probably doubtful. But right now, I mean, it's been impressive what we've seen from Bickerstaff and this Cavaliers team. And he's done a great job with this group, especially with the adversity they've already felt from an injury standpoint. And they're facing a little bit more. But girls like me liking Cleveland still here. Plus 1.5 in the first half, and you can get plus 120 money line in the first half as well with the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, Milwaukee and Orlando. We've got Milwaukee 14-point road favorites, 217.5 the total in this game. This is one of those games that's a very weird situation. It's the same two teams playing each other from 2 nights ago in the same building as well in Orlando. Bucks won 127-110 Tuesday night. The game, they covered the number. Game went over the total. Will things change all that much? Probably doubtful. I mean, this is as healthy. We said this the other day. This is as healthy as Milwaukee's been probably all season, other than Brook Lopez and the big man out of Seton Hall, Sandro Mamukelishvili. I mean, they're pretty much fully healthy.
Oh, he was practicing that one.
Well, I watched him a lot in college at Seton Hall. So that guy was a good player at Seton Hall, and I saw him play a lot in the college.
Yeah, I remember not being able to bet on this fucking game.
Yeah, he's a good player. But other than that, though, the Bucks have everybody healthy. Giannis is back. Bobby Portis is back, who's missed time. Chris Middleton's there. It's all hands on deck. They're certainly capable of smashing Orlando one more time. The one concern is they got the big win and cover the other night. Do they want to smash this team again? Are they going through the motions? And is Orlando healthy enough to even make a difference? I mean, you're talking about Robin Lopez and Terrence Ross and Cole Anthony and Chuma Okeke and go on down the list. Mo Bamba, Jalen Suggs, Markelle Fultz, all out for this Orlando team. And I'm not even mentioning a couple others that are also missing in action for this basketball team tonight. So it's a backwood for me, but I'd actually take Orlando, believe it or not, before I take Milwaukee. I think it's sleepwalk time for the Bucks tonight. They already pummeled this team 2 nights ago. What's the burning desire to win this game by like 15 or 16 points? This could be a Milwaukee by 10, Milwaukee by 12 kind of game. So I would only look Magic plus the points, even though they're beaten up and riddled to shit with absences. What do you think here, Dutch?
Yeah, man. Shout out to 420 Fuego, Unc Oliver, JB Brown. I see you, my dude. Yeah, man. Jared Hamilton. There you go, bro. There's your shout out. Shout out to, Ian's Hamilton Proud. There you go. You got your shout out. New name in the chat. Appreciate you joining us. But yeah, man, I don't got shit for this game. Back with this motherfucker. I really just want to talk about the first game, the whole fucking show, honestly, to be honest with you. Take a look at James Harden points. Points, rebounds, and assists. Over 23.5 look kind of appealing to me the more and more I look at it. James been playing good, 41.5. I'll probably follow me on Twitter. You follow me, take a look at that, and I might put out a little more plays on this Nets Philly game. But yeah, I ain't got nothing on this one, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, the only one that's maybe, like Cole Anthony's out, Bomba's out. Everybody I mentioned, so the only one that's a maybe there of the guys I mentioned is Terrence Ross for the Orlando Magic. Other than that, you're looking at R.J. Hampton, Gary Harris, the 2 Wagners, and Wendell Carter as your starting 5 tonight for the Orlando Magic. So definitely a problem potentially here for this squad tonight against Milwaukee. But again, I question Milwaukee's focus. So I'd honestly lean Orlando first half full game if I were to bet it, but I'm probably not. What do you think here, Durrell? Ugly one, but any opinion here? Bucks and Magic.
Yeah, man. The only way I could go here, and I like the play. It's kind of juiced, so it says something about it. I do like Milwaukee Bucks total points over 28.5. If you look at the last 3 games that they've played against Orlando, they haven't scored under 30. 32 last game. The game before that, 36. The game before that, 36. So it's one of those things to where if this game is going to get away, well, for Orlando's side of it, I mean, that's going to probably come once Milwaukee turns it off second half, right? So I don't think there's any motivation here in Milwaukee's end to play. They're probably just ready to party, to be honest with you. But I do think they can at least come on the first quarter and not be stopped. So I do like Milwaukee 28.5 first quarter total points. They're averaging 28.2 points in the first quarter for the season. And in their last 3, right now, they're already at, well, they had 23, so it's gone down, but 32 points. I think this is easy for Milwaukee to score over 28 points. It's actually less than what the Nets are going to do today. So I like the first quarter total points. Milwaukee Bucks 28.5. That's easy. I'll take it.
All right. That is Milwaukee team total over 28.5 in the first quarter. Very interesting. And I like Durrell's style in that he's looking at first quarter, first half, team totals, side, just overall game totals, the derivative markets, as I call them. Those first halves, those first quarters, you can take advantage of those a lot of times and find some good trends to ride. And certainly Milwaukee's been scoring early in games, and Durrell going to the well with that tonight. Bucks team total over in the first quarter. All right, fourth and final game, Golden State, Denver. Another rematch.
Don't pass me, Babano. We ain't gonna backward on this one, man. We're gonna go.
My bad.
He loves that.
We're going to go straight to the prop market on this one. Shouts to my man, RJ Hampton, who once was regarded as a high talent level prospect, rated number 1 in that high school class before going overseas. Did he fuck up going overseas? Yeah, you probably should have went the LaMelo Ball route, went to a bad team in that league, and shit, for a bad team, get good stats. He went to a good team, didn't play. Overseas out there, they don't give a fuck about your age, who you are. If you're number 1 in college, high school, your ass is going to sit off the bench and come off the bench just like everybody else. And that kind of messed up his draft stock. Sometimes you kind of want these players to be so good early on that it kind of stunts their early development growth. And he just kind of needed some time, man. I bet you Denver right now, when we get into the Denver game, I bet you damn well they wish they had RJ Hampton on the floor right now because they need somebody out there. But as I digress a little bit, Hassan Gravett and Cole Anthony are going to be out. I expect Hampton to take over the minutes. This season, Hampton is averaging 0.81 FanDuel points per minute, and if he plays over 30 minutes, he should absolutely exceed his over 19.5 points and assists at -105. That is the move on this game. Everything in my life wants me to bet Wendell Carter Jr., but I'm going to pass on it. He took 14 shots in his last game. His offensive role has been expanding. That's the player to watch for Orlando Magic for after today. But with, as Dutch would say, NBA blowouts where props come to die, and that's the last one I need, is to have a Wendell Carter and a RJ Hampton prop in this game. So I'm just going to take the RJ Hampton one. I don't think his minutes are going to be affected in a blowout. He's going to play 30-plus minutes in a Magic win or a Magic loss by 15. But in reality, man, I think the move here is to parlay up the Bucks. If you can get the line now, it's probably -1,000 now. But earlier in the opener, it was -650. That was a decent line because, the Orlando Magic, really bad home team. They lose on average by 12.9 points per game at home. And I don't blame the Floridians, man. Catch my ass at Disney and Universal before I go to a fucking Magic home game. You could give me a Christmas ticket for a Magic home game. I would sell that bitch
free
on
ticket,
the
and you're not going to Magic.
I would even go, bro. I would even go. Catch me at Disney, Epcot, all that before a Magic home game, man. But as I digress, Bucks parlay money line piece, and then RJ Hampton over 19.5 points and assists.
Yeah, the only place in Orlando that Billy's going with the word magic in it is Magic Kingdom. There you go. Not to a Magic.
Better be some bitches at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, trying to go down to OBT, bro.
I gotta love Lamb here. He's not on the show today because he's driving back home, but he's got time to come in the chat. Say Bobano has been passing us up lately. The way you passed us up doing the show today to drive back home to Cali.
Passes in the fast lane, bro.
Yeah. So I guess the next game's canceled, boys.
Yeah. By the way, yes.
No.
Uh-oh.
I don't have to give y'all another backwood. I'm actually happy.
Dutch.
He said another backwood. There's 4 more backwoods added onto the total. We just
it was about the 3 backwoods in a row after all this shit from Denver. So
Billy is just in shock that he had to leave his position right there.
Yeah,
in this
he lost his
stunning and
parlay
upsetting
with his
news.
minus 650 with the Magic, I guess, or with the Bucks, huh? That was
And
another team.
Yep. And I just retweeted it. It's official.
Warriors, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
You had a money line with the Bucks, bro.
Man.
I know.
I had a money line with the Bucks, bro. On the opener, like I thought I was Mr. Square Man himself. What the fuck, man? Got my ass. I already won the bet college bowl games over basketball. They're just making me do it even more, man. I props. Fuck everything else in the NBA, man.
Yeah, this is disappointing because I thought Golden State was a good side in that game. Really good side after the loss the other
Golden
night.
State was the side. I had the Jokic props.
Really?
Y'all was thinking that?
Y'all was thinking that even without. I know you had some key injuries out, but y'all was thinking that even though Dre's not in the game.
Man, Draymond, Dre, Schmon. You could put anybody out there. I'm not backing the Nuggets in Golden State. 5-1 last.
It's in Denver.
In Denver, though.
In Denver.
Yeah. I thought it was in Golden State.
It's in Denver, and like I was looking all over the Nuggets, to be honest with you. I liked them at home, and then more people start getting out.
Yeah,
but, I mean, they didn't shoot the ball for shit. They shot 41% from the field, 4% from 3, and still beat them in Golden State. I was gonna look first half, but I kind of agree with what Daryl's gonna touch on right now. Is they ain't the same team without Draymond.
Yeah, man. Without Dre, I mean, he's that dude. He's the real deal as far as communicator and everything. Now you do have Jordan Poole, who should have probably gave you some points, man. But bro, I'm not touching Golden State till Dre come back in the game, dog.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit different, man. I know Curry splits look really bad without Dre on the floor, but in reality, man, this Denver Nuggets team that they were about to put out there, man, that shit looked like a G League roster with Jokic on it.
Yeah, I mean, from what when I looked at it earlier, it looked like I thought some of these cats was probably will come back. Then everyone just went back into COVID protocol. So I agree with what we were about to see out there for sure. Yeah. But from when I looked at it in the AM early, it looked like a pretty solid spot to get that 5 with the Nuggets. And then money was obviously coming in on them because it dropped down. And then obviously now we got a whole bunch of bullshit.
I got a quick question for you. On my book, they locked up the prop that I had on Jokic and the Warriors in the money line. Do I have to wait until the end of the night, fucking midnight, to get that money back?
They should.
Depends on the book.
It depends on the book. Some get to it right away. Some you got to wait till the game was supposed to start.
And at MGM.
Yeah, at MGM. So they're usually pretty timely with stuff like that. You may not have to wait as long with them, but it's really book to book. Some get on that right away. They see the game's postponed, and they should do that. Be good sports books, free up them. Like if there's a bet on the game that's already been postponed,
yeah, we might have to speed up this show though, bro. I might have to make a couple phone calls with better like head ass, bro.
Give the guys their money back.
All right,
they knew damn well this shit was gonna get canceled. They posted. They didn't send me the notification. Make sure you play your NBA action today, man. Yeah. Fuck you, man. That's how I feel. Got know some shit that got canceled, man. God damn, man. It got my ass. Damn.
Yeah, I guess we should have spent a little more time on that first game. That's really the game we got tonight to make some money. Really I see you guys are both liking Cleveland. That first quarter looked solid too.
Yeah, it's basically Cleveland.
Go get some numbers.
Yeah, Cleveland and the over in the Brooklyn game for me for the most part. And I got to get better than 5.5 on Brooklyn. I'm not going to lay 5.5, but I lean on Brooklyn.
Both of them looks that my man Daryl's on seem pretty sharp. Brought a little something different to the table, but they're both nice in both first half and first quarter, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, first half over.
I'll be honest, dog. I mean, the Brooklyn one is probably one that I forced, but just looking at the averages and how they score, I mean, it still works in the Brooklyn's favor. And considering they're the number one shooting first half team right now, scoring first half team, I'm like, fuck it, I'll bite at it. So yeah, if you're telling me, don't tell that one. Yeah,
you're telling me don't hit me in the DMs with that shit.
Yeah, fade the fuck out of me if you want to on that one. But yeah, I really like that Milwaukee spot though, man. I think they're gonna give you a quick 30.
Hey boys, I got a question. I asked Daryl before the game, how do you guys feel about this year and the way it's playing out compared to last year in the bubble?
Bubble's a little bit easier to cap because the injury news reports are going to come out a day and a half before. With the severity of the COVID reports right now, bro, you look at the fucking injury report. The NBA.com injury report literally means nothing. And the NBA isn't like the
Waste of
NFL.
time checking it.
NFL comes out 90 minutes before. NBA comes out 10 minutes before the fucking game starts, bro. You really don't know who's playing until 10 minutes before the game.
Yeah, the bubble was 2 seasons ago, though, I believe. Last year, Milwaukee was. Yeah, so 2 seasons. I love the bubble. It was so easy.
Bubble was easy.
So to compare it to that, I can't. But for last year, I think we're dealing with even more bullshit here. Then what I noticed in this year is a lot of last second shit. A
lot of last second bullshit.
You know, like you scared to press a button because you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen 2 minutes before tip off.
Yo, fact. Or you literally can't bet a team 8 hours in advance without being sketched the fuck out. Even if the whole entire team is active, bro, you're gonna wake up 2 hours before the game start. After it's crazy because even the shoot around reports don't even mean anything anymore.
No, yeah, it's all bullshit. And like I've always been a guy who placed my best the night before. To be honest with you, I'm confident I'm going to beat the lines, and most of the time I have. And to say I haven't bet games prior, the night before this year, I'd be lying. But a lot of times I'm tilted as fuck when I wake up, or mid afternoon. What's going on? I'm like, damn. So I try not to press no buttons until later. These props are a beautiful thing because you can press that button and beat the line movement, and if some bullshit happens,
you get your money back.
They avoid it, and you're not.
That's the exact reason why you can cap the prop market. You really can't cap the sides right now.
Yeah. So the props, if you've noticed, I've been bringing more props to the table because I feel more comfortable with them at this time.
And of course, when there's absences and there's guys out because of COVID-19, it means usage and minutes and opportunity goes up for a bunch of different players, opening up the prop market even more to bet on players like that are going to get those increased minutes and opportunity and an expanded role, more shot volume, more usage, all of that stuff. So that's why I think props are good for what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah,
you can target in on specific players.
I don't know how you can confidently, like, let's say if you're like a big money backer or whatever, and you put like $300 to $500 to $1,000 on a game. How the fuck are you putting $300 to $500 to $1,000 on a game, and you don't even know what the fuck the COVID reports is at? I'd rather put the $50 on a prop, get my money back, flip it for $100.
Yeah, the props to me have been really good this year, and it's usually, and I've been betting them way more this year than I have in years past, and it goes to that point where
it's the most props I ever bet in my life in NBA by a wide margin.
Yeah, and I've only been
on these 2 college games that start off here a little later. The football games, Ian.
We've got we'll talk about that briefly.
Talk about those real quick. Get the show
in the Peach Bowl. Kenny Pickett obviously is not playing for Pittsburgh. In this game, you want to definitely be aware of that. So it's going to be Nick Patty, the quarterback for Pittsburgh, and Kenneth Walker, the great running back for Michigan State's not playing in this game. So keep pieces out on both sides. But I would lean Michigan State a little bit, but the money's moved toward them significantly. They were +3. They're -3.5 now.
Wow.
That sounds like big time under city right there.
It could be. Definitely at the moment, but right now I would still lean to the Spartans a little bit in that game. As far as Arizona State, Wisconsin in the late game, Las Vegas, we're in your neck of the woods there, Dutch. I would certainly look maybe Wisconsin because Arizona State's got a ton of issues. They've had guys opting out of this bowl game on both sides of the ball. Pac-12 has not been good in bowl season so far. And Wisconsin under Paul Chryst, I believe they're 5-1 both straight up and against the spread in bowl games. So they've done well in bowl games. They didn't like losing the last game to Minnesota. They're laying 7. It's not a bargain, but I don't know. I don't think I'd want Arizona State. I would probably have to lean Wisconsin in that Las Vegas Bowl tonight. So those are the bowl opinions I've got. Just briefly before we get to best bets, last night, since we've got some extra time, Durrell, what's wrong with Portland? Portland's just a shit show right now. They're just absolutely god awful. Is there any hope for them, or is it done for them already?
You ever been to Portland?
No, I've not.
Have you? Yeah. Just go to Portland. You'll figure it out. I mean, right now it's just it's no defense whatsoever. No chemistry. I lived there for 4 years, man. So they've got a pretty heavy fan base, but
man, honestly, they ain't getting no free agents though. Who the fuck wants to live in Portland?
They can't land a big name, right? They can't. And Terry Stotts couldn't do it the time he was there, as good of a coach as he's revered to be there in Portland. And so now I just think you have, honestly, Dame on his way out. I really do, man. I think his house is going to go for sale in Lake Oswego out there, just like LaMarcus Aldridge did, and he's out, bro. I just think he's out. So it's just, You don't have a coach that was well received by the people. Like, they were slandering that motherfucker. They did not want him in Portland because of his history. A lot of women journalists got on his ass and was like, yo, you're not a good coach. He wasn't tried and true. And then to have to come behind Terry Stotts, and you're seeing his body of work now, man. They might have been onto something. So you've already lost Dame in his prime. And now, you know, if you remember, Dame wanted that assistant coach that actually went from Portland to Minnesota, right? And then they wound up overstepping him and took David Finch instead. So, you know, Dame has kind of been unhappy with the organization, even though he's not really saying shit. He's kind of saying shit, but he's not.
Bro, Dame makes me so mad. He tries to act so fucking hard. This, that, and the third. Like, yo, I want to be real. Yo, stick with the team that drafted me. Bro, you go and fuck around and waste your rest of your career.
Yeah. I mean, but he's so close to home. So, I mean, that's like an hour flight to Oakland, right? So I don't know, but Portland is in shambles. They've been in shambles. Terry Stotts has just been able to cover it up pretty well. But yeah, man, fuck Portland. Fuck it.
I mean, boy,
I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a big
thoughts. I thought they were in a great spot the other night. We talked about it against Dallas. Dallas shorthanded, and they just got thumped from the very beginning. And it's like, how can I go to the back this team again anytime soon after watching this shit?
They made me thought Dallas was gonna win last night until I got lost off the fucking buzzer, man. I thought, man, last night that made me really realize a lot of shit, because, you know, I threw a little bit on the Dallas at the end of the night. You know, it was a happy lead chase. It wasn't like I was losing chasing. And man, could you have not? Shit didn't hit at the buzzer, man. I was like, and this is why I don't bet fucking spreads, man. What the fuck, man? I'm still mad as shit about that. Picked up 2 units yesterday, but man, does the half unit fucking hurt when you got fucking Metsu in quarter threes? Man, man. Don't even get me started on Dallas.
Real quick on P-Town, though. I mean, they do have some beautiful things. They got great seafood, great kush, and it is the strip club capital of the world. What them motherfucking ladies will do for $1 in P-Town. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Believe it.
Yes.
But, you know, I ain't gonna lie. He's one of my top guys. He's one of my top guys. But the more and more, you know, the last probably year and a half, I really think he'd be acting like a little bitch. Like, I honestly wanted to get CJ. I wanted to trade CJ for Ben. But if he gonna keep acting like this, get Dame the fuck out of town. Bring Ben Simmons in and bring a whole cast with him. Because Dame, man, he got it all, bro. We got it all. Like my man Daryl said, he's literally an hour flight away from Oakland.
Yeah.
Say what you will. They don't really got shit else to do. But what I said, they have a huge fan base for the Trailblazers. I mean, I honestly think, you say what you really feel or get the fuck out, you know, or buy all the way in. Pick or choose. I feel like he's playing kind of side to side. I don't really like it, and I'm a big Dame time guy. But yeah, man, if you're gonna act like this, keep CJ and send his ass to fucking Philly. Because say what you will about Ben Simmons, I think he can make a team better if he fully buys in. And this might be an eye-opening experience. It'll humble him a little bit, you know, Ben Simmons. So I would like to see
man, it ain't nothing wrong with having a little bit of mental problems. You know what they say, mental health.
Man, he putting that on there. He putting it on mental health because he don't want to be with Philly and be with Doc's ass.
If you follow
problems, he just fine. Believe that. He's playing fucking video games, kicking back.
If you follow Zaire Wade on Instagram, he's been hooping, man. They've been out for training sessions, and Ben has been hooping, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Couple people that got signed off for training.
I feel like he can be better. He could buy in.
Hooping and shooting free throws is one.
You know, I don't like what I've been seeing from Dame time.
Haven't we heard this
I'll tell you
before?
right now, from a Sixer fan perspective, we will not make it into the Eastern Conference Finals without Ben Simmons or a trade that involves Ben Simmons, and it's kind of wasting our time with Joel Embiid this year, and it's kind of disrespectful to his career what we're doing right now with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, it's defensively. Obviously, we know how good he is. Obviously, there's never been a question there. It's been ball in his hands. It's been making shots. It's been,
you know how you fix that? You tell Ben, come into the fucking coach's room. You're playing power forward. You're no longer the point guard of this team anymore. You're going to play point forward.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see if. Yeah, I just have that feeling. The longer this goes on, the more it makes you think he ain't going anywhere. He might stay in Philly for the rest of this entire season. But interesting to see how that goes. So disappointing. Denver Golden State would have been one of the better games, marquee games. Now we don't have it. So all of a sudden, just a 3-game slate. But thanks to everybody for joining us here on this show here, NBA Pub Hub. for Thursday, December 30th. We appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button. 230 live viewers right now. Hit the like button. Definitely appreciate that on our way out if you haven't done it already. And great to have Durrell with us. Hopefully we'll have Durrell again many times on the show
Hell
in
yeah.
the future. Definitely. Whenever someone is not around, Durrell, you're
Just
getting a call.
Yep. I guess yeah, just anytime you need me, bruh, just hit me up.
Absolutely. We will hit you up definitely to join us later down the road whenever we can't get someone on the show for
a better card to look at next time.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. And definitely we'll have a better card. It's not like it's going to be difficult to top this one. Definitely.
Yeah.
Next time you're with
3
us.
games and 2 of them are straight ass.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Yeah, Backwood City, as you saw from Dutch on this show. But great stuff. We'll get to best bets. First best bet on the Pub Hub for Durrell as well. We'll get to that in just a sec. Dutch's freshest look coming up right after this. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Manscaped, promo code PubSports. 20% off your purchase using promo code PubSports, Lawnmower 4.0, or any Manscaped product. 20% off with promo code PubSports. And MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. NFL, college football, bowls, NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC, all of it ongoing. Sign up now for an account, mybookie.ag, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well. Mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. The Pub Rub, make sure you get on that as well. $14.99, 2 for $25. Check it out on the website, pubsportsradio.com. All right, it's time for best bets. Dutch's freshest look. Dutch, we will begin with you for this Thursday. Freshest look.
Yeah, man. Freshest look, we're going to Brooklyn. And we're going with the little Curry. The little chef will be cooking tonight. Over 15.5 points. That's even money, man. And that's good money.
There you go. That's not Steph Curry. Steph Curry's going home now.
We got the real Curry.
Yeah, Seth Curry is who we're talking about.
He'll be the only Curry tonight.
Yeah, only Curry in action tonight. Yeah, 15.5 points over the point total for Seth Curry for the Sixers. That's Dutch's freshest look. Billy, what do you got for best bet?
I'm on my Russell Westbrook shit today, man. Fuck Steph Curry. Fuck Steph Curry. Yeah, we got props on Seth Curry. Over 3.5 assists, minus 105. And the second one I'm going to give out, over 2.5 3-pointers, plus 145. Fuck Steph Curry. We got Seth Curry, baby.
There you go. All right, good stuff. Seth Curry, over assists for our guy Billy. And Durrell, make it count. It's your first NBA Pub Hub best bet. What do you got?
So I got to go to the well, but I'll give you 2 of them. I'll take Milwaukee 28.5 over that. I do believe that's going to hit. I do like that play. And I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going to go Cleveland first quarter money line as well. Regardless of the players who are out, I do believe they can get it done. The numbers say so, so that's where I'm going.
All right, I like it. A double dip, a double serving, if you will, of best bets for Durrell in his NBA Pub Hub debut right here on Pub Sports Radio. Great stuff, and great to have him on. We hope to have him on later in the season as well. My best bet for this card, I'm going to go Philly Brooklyn over 221.5. I think you'll see points. 2 teams that are really lighting it up offensively in recent form. It's trended over the total in the last 9 meetings between these 2 teams. And I think there's a chance you see more of the same here tonight. Let's go Philadelphia, Brooklyn over 221.5 for my best bet for this Thursday NBA card. And that will do it for the NBA Pub Hub for this Thursday. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. We got Connor Mack, Maxwell Smart, Net Profit, college basketball coming up at the top of the hour. So tune in for that. For Billy Briz, for Dutch Boy Fresh, for our special guest, Durrell. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Thursday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. Cash some tickets, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow on Friday, New Year's Eve edition of the NBA Pub Up. Bring your New Year's drinks. We're boozing it up tomorrow again.
Say less.
Yeah, we're bringing the booze again. The 4 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you join us. Final Pub Hub of the year. NBA Pub Hub tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and share the video if you can. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.